Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a 3-day vlog where I'm going to share basically kind of the process of planting a cranberry bed. There's also going to be just kind of some other family stuff involved in there as well, kind of getting ready for it, and that basically means food prep on my part. Okay, so what we have here is about 1 ton, maybe a little bit more, of cranberry vines, and Warren has been watering those for a few weeks now as we get everything ready to plant the cranberry bed. So how it all works is that in the spring, before the vines, the cranberry vines, start greening up, because they are a perennial that can live for, gosh, 25, 30, even 40 years. What Warren did is he went in with a it's like a cutter, a sickle cutter, I think is what it's called. And he went into the bed because the vines are around 4 to 6 inches deep or thick. And he just kind of ran that cutter right along, kind of like along the ground level, and he cut the vines. And this here is the result of all of those cut vines. They go in, raked them all up, into like windrows, and then loaded them onto this trailer. And then they just have to be watered. Constant, all day, every day, to make sure that they don't dry out. All the way down on that end, those are already established Sundance cranberry vines. That is where Warren mowed the vines that you just saw that were being watered up by the house. And then he hauled in, I don't even know, he'd have to tell us how many truckloads of sand over the winter. I will insert a link to that video where I went along with him for a little while hauling in sand. But then he kind of does a rough level, and then we have a company that's like what they specialize in is laser leveling cranberry beds and building cranberry beds as well too. They do the whole thing if you wanted them to. But he hired them to come in. They came in yesterday, I believe it was. They came in like 2 days ago, set up their equipment, set up the laser, and then yesterday the guy came and did all of the laser leveling. So basically they just have a really large bulldozer, and the bulldozer has I thought it was GPS, but anyway, they have some system that allows them to keep a very, very parallel line going, a parallel plane going on the sand. And so they just push the sand around and level and level and level until everything is just the way they want it, and then they're done. And so that is what they did. It looks fantastic out there right now. Now Warren actually has what is that called? Some sort of like a furrow plow, I think. Oh gosh, I might be butchering all of this for you guys, but that yellow thing on the back of his Kubota is some sort of little furrow plow. And he is just going through and looking like he was spinning a little bit there, but he's going through and he's digging a furrow. I'm going to walk down here and show you close up. So that is what is getting dug from his from that little plow. He digs this nice straight line through, because what is going to go into that is the drain tile. All right, Sam, so tell me a little bit about what you're doing here. Why the shovel work?
What we're doing is we're starting the run here, so because the edges are kind of soft.
Okay.
And the tractor would sink in too bad.
Uh-huh.
So what we're doing, we're starting the area here, and then Dad comes with the a plow.
Yep.
Drops it in here and is able to easily, rip the run down.
Oh, okay.
Better. And then with all the sand that we get out, this is a lot more than just like the normal run. So when we do put the tile in, we're gonna put the tile down and then fill in all this dirt over it again, so it's a lot more heavier. And then we have something to pull against when we're heading down.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing.
All right.
So
Really? You think it's hot? I think it's beautiful.
Start shoveling, you'll find out it's really hot.
You're right. Maria has a little dolly. Yesterday we went to a garage sale.
I have another one. I have one in a swimsuit.
Hey, come here. You gotta catch this if it's going.
Let's put a shovel in there. Peter, you sit on the tile, and it should unroll. Can you put it on this side of the trench? Because that's the shoulder I prefer to look over. But we're doing something different.
So the purpose of the drain tile is to help rid the bed of excess moisture. So what happens is that inside this, there's a black culvert in there with, just a plastic culvert like that, a tube. There you go, nice job, Peter. And so then that has holes in it. The sock over top is mesh, and that's just to keep any sand out so that it doesn't plug the holes, so it still allows for drainage. Because it is a common misconception that cranberries grow in water. They actually do not grow in water. They do like to have moisture available for capillary action through the soil, but they really, exactly, that's what the ditches are for. The ditches, you can hold the water, a little bit lower, a little bit higher. Yeah, these will get dug, they'll get dug deeper, but right now they have to stay shallow so that we can avoid erosion at, as much as possible at this point when you have just a new bed like this. That's what the drain tile is here for, and yeah, I just wanted to clear that up about cranberries growing in water. They do not grow in water. The reason I think so many people think that is because most news coverage is during cranberry harvest and the beds are flooded, because then the cranberries, they actually have 4 little hollow chambers inside them, and that is what allows each berry to float, and so then you're able to rake the berries off of the vine and they float, and that's how they get corralled in and harvested. And so I think a lot of people just assume that they grow in water just because that's what you see, but they actually don't. Whew, all right, and that is one row of tile in. There's only 2 more to go. So I did not think, when I walked down here, I did not think that I was going to get roped into working here, but I guess, you know what, if there's hands down here, Warren is going to use them. So I kind of got in on the lifting of the tile so that it could feed through above Warren or whatever. So that's what I was doing. But yeah, we're gonna get going on 2 more, and then Warren and I will be off to an all-day meeting today. And here's like a little public service announcement for Father's Day coming up. If you're not sure what to get your father, a roll of green wire is always good. Right, kids? If my kids are watching, you all know Dad swears by green wire. He can fix just about anything with this stuff. And I just found it in the middle of the bed, which means that he accidentally lost it. So he'll be happy when I give this to him. Warren, happy Father's Day.
Hey, green wire. My favorite.
Okay, and just like that, second row is in. It went way better than the first row. Not that anything went wrong in the first row, but we just all knew what we were doing. At least I did. So, yeah, here we go. Just 1 more to go over there. I'm back up to the house for a water break because all the water bottles were empty down there. But I just wanted to say, if you guys have made it this far into the video, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that the work that those kids are doing. But, you know, I think teaching our kids to work, it's never done us wrong. I mean, we get so many comments from people when they do go off to work other jobs that our kids know how to work, and it is so I think that that's just a really good place to be in. And Joseph and Maria have just been holding down the fort here. It looks like they're watching a little PBS. Joe, in his independentness, just made himself a butter sandwich. I walk in the door and he's over there just making a sandwich, right?
I'm not watching the PBS.
You're not watching PBS, you're playing Barbies. Joe might be watching. So anyway, that's what's going down. I am going to put Maria on cutting up some cheese here while I go back down, because I have a little bit of ham and we have some bread, and we're going to make ham and cheese toasted sandwiches when we come in for lunch, which actually it's noon right now, but we have probably another 45 minutes of work to do. So we'll have to get that done when we come in. So that is all I wanted to say, that, yeah, this is kind of vulnerable to show, I guess, the world that we do indeed make our kids work. But did I mention that they do get paid? And then it's fantastic for them to put, they always put 50% of any income that they make into their college account. And I think it just makes college that much sweeter when they get to that point. And they're very mindful at spending that money wisely when it does come to that point. So, all right, let's fill up these water bottles. Joe, enjoy your sandwich, and we got to get back down there. Like that, Warren smiles and it's in. Fist bump.
Wow! My butt has been hurting my entire life.
Good morning. I said that this was going to be a 3-day vlog, and we are at day 2. And so this morning started out really having nothing to do with cranberries. I just had a mammogram, and so yes, internet, I had a mammogram. And let me just tell you guys that if you have not ever had one and you think that it's kind of like the age, there's some different ages that they say based on all of your health history when you should have one. Don't be afraid to have a mammogram. Yes, there's some pressure, but it is actually it was 9:21 when I got in the car. My appointment was for 9 o'clock. I was a couple minutes late. I had to wait a couple minutes because there was somebody already, you know, in the office, and I'm already back out to my car, and it was 9:21 or 9:22 right now. So it doesn't take long. It's not, for me, it has not ever been like extremely painful, just just a lot of pressure. Anyway, okay, and if you have long hair, tie it back. My hair kept falling and getting in the way, and she had to keep holding my hair back. So if you have not gone and you're gonna be going for the first time and you have long hair, wear your hair back. Okay, so I am gonna be going grocery shopping right now, and I do have to get the food that's going to be for tomorrow breakfast and lunch. So for breakfast, it's gonna be mainly our family, maybe a couple of the other, let's see, outside of the family, we have like 1, 2, 3, maybe 3, 4 people that are kind of coming outside of the family. So depending on what time they get there in the morning, they'll have breakfast with us or not. But we're gonna be doing cinnamon rolls with cream cheese frosting, bacon, scrambled eggs, cheesy tater tots, juice, coffee, and milk. So I have to get all the ingredients for that. And then for while they're out planting, I guess a number of years ago I got flavored water, and so Peter's at 8, he still remembers that, and so he's like, make sure you get the flavored water, Mom. So I'm getting flavored water and regular water. And then for lunch, we're gonna be doing a pizza hot dish. That's a crock pot meal, and I have made that before on my channel here. We're gonna do savory chicken sandwiches, which I'm not sure if I've shown that before or not. We'll do veggies and dip, peanut butter fluff dessert, watermelon, we'll have Kool-Aid, and we'll have milk. So those are gonna be the options for our meals. And then let's see, tomorrow's supper. Planting is only gonna take us probably half a day. Tomorrow night's supper, I think I'm gonna thaw some brats and hot dogs. We'll probably grill out. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend, I think. So let's go grocery shopping. We gotta get this stuff going. Okay, so I'm in Aldi, and I'm gonna try to stay focused. Wish me luck. I have not done my great big once a month shopping yet for June. And it is, I think it's June 5th. And so I'm going to try to stay focused. Just keep telling myself that. Okay, the goal to stay focused is somewhat working, but the cart is filling up with things that I didn't have on my list for the next couple days. But you know, it's so hard when you know you need the items. Why would I want to come back yet again? So anyway, just doing my best here. Okay, the total today was $138. That was not, of course, food for just 2 meals, you know, breakfast and supper. I did pick up some treats here. I know that the kids are going to enjoy those. I got Joe some bananas. They're limiting, still limiting, what are those, tissues or, you know, Kleenexes. So I got my 1 box because we are on our last box right now. Picked up some ground beef. We are planning on thawing some of our venison roasts and grinding those, but I kind of needed some ground beef now, and I don't really have the time to thaw and wait around for, you know, roasts to thaw. So this was $3.29 a pound. I mean, not the worst. $18.29 for this whole thing, though. If we had to always buy beef, we would go broke. Strawberries were 99 cents a pound, so I did get 6 of those. We'll probably just end up eating them fresh. My gut instinct was I wanted to get like 2 whole flats and then do some strawberry jam, but I know that we are very, very busy right now, and just a lot of stuff going on with the business. I have a lot of video to edit, and we have just a lot going on, so I just thought I should probably forego that. But yeah, we got the egg noodles are for the pizza hot dish. I did get 6 gallons of milk. I am going to be making that peanut butter dessert, which is peanut butter, graham crackers, chocolate pudding, vanilla pudding, Cool Whip. That is so good. I'll link to that recipe for you guys. Got some 100% cranberry juice, which means it's not 100%. It's got apple and grape and probably other things in it. But again, we would like to start making some cranberry juice again, but just have to take the time out to do it. And with the nice weather, oh, and the garden, we still have to get the garden planted, but we're waiting until we get the cranberries planted because you know, that's the bread and butter. So eggs, limiting 3 dozen. Our chickens are giving us 5 eggs a day, so usually, you know, I still have to supplement. All right, let's get this stuff baked up and let's get home and cook. In just a minute, Maria is going to be joining me in the kitchen here, and we're going to get some things going for tomorrow's lunch. I do want to get out and show you guys what's going on, like this next step in the process of getting the cranberry bed planted, but I do have to get some food things going here. So let me just show you what I have going. And I'm not going to show you everything just because some of the things I've already shown on my channel before, and you know, it just sometimes gets to be redundant. But this recipe here was originally from Taste of Home. I've been making this, I don't know, it looks like it first came out, Peter. What are you doing over here? Making noise, that's for sure. So this is back from 2006, so been making this recipe a long time. Anyway, it calls for bone-in chicken breasts and chicken thighs. Today I'm just using boneless, skinless chicken breasts because I know it's going to be a lot easier than picking all the meat off of the bone. So here we go, Maria. Are you ready? So what I have in here is, this pack was 6 1/3 pounds of chicken. Okay, see that garlic and pepper? The recipe calls for a quarter, this one right here, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt, and that's about what's in there. So you can sprinkle that whole entire container over top of this, okay?
Open it.
Open it up.
I don't know how to.
There you go, just sprinkle it all, every last little crumb. You got it all? Awesome. Okay, now open up 1 envelope of onion soup mix.
No, I'll get that.
Okay, sprinkle that over top of the chicken.
What? I don't think it.
It's onion soup mix, the whole packet. You're going to sprinkle it all over the chicken. You got it all the powder and everything? Excellent. Then you're going to put in about 1/4 cup of Italian dressing. I always like the zesty Italian dressing. It's Good Seasons brand. And let's see, you're going to put about half of that, or maybe a little over half.
Tell me when it's good.
Okay, you just keep pouring. Keep pouring, keep pouring, keep pouring. You really can't go wrong with this. I mean, you just, okay, let's see. Hold that up. Let's see how you're doing. That looks perfect. Okay. And then we're going to put in about a 1/4 cup of water. Peter, you need to finish the dishes. Keep going. Nice and steady, Maria. And then just put it in there and dump it anywhere. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on this. We'll get this plugged in, turn it on high, and this is going to go for about 4 hours or so. And then as soon as the chicken is fully cooked, we'll just run a couple, 2 forks through there, shred it all up, and then depending on the flavor, if it needs a little bit more, I can always add a little more Italian dressing, another packet, because I have found that even though this is what the recipe you know, was originally written as, sometimes it does need a little more seasoning. So that's what we're going to have going here. And then let's make some dessert for tomorrow next, okay? I'm not going to assemble the entire peanut butter fluff dessert, but what we're going to do is get some of the things ready. So Maria is crumbling or making, oh, is there a dirty dish? Yep, you're gonna have to wipe that off, okay? So Maria is just rolling out the graham crackers. I have no idea. We'll need 4 cups. So if this isn't enough, which is like 2 of the, you know, little packages, then we'll just add some more graham crackers.
Get in here.
So basically what this dessert is it is a graham cracker, peanut butter, brown sugar, and melted butter kind of combination crumbly layer with a pudding layer with Cool Whip. And you just layer it up as many times in the bowl that you have. So in this bowl, I have 1 pack of chocolate pudding mix, 1 of vanilla pudding, and then rather than 4 cups of milk, which would be the normal amount, we're going to do 3 cups of milk, just so it's a little bit thicker. Oh boy, okay, we'll have to, yep, we'll have to wipe that in. So in here we have a cup of peanut butter, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, there's 4 cups of graham cracker crumbs, and then I have 6 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm just going to pour that over top. It's not perfectly melted, but that'll be just fine. We're going to blend this all up, and this will be one of the layers. This is the chocolate vanilla pudding mix. When I had heard about this recipe, she said you can do 2 chocolates. Her family just prefers a chocolate and a vanilla because then it's not quite so chocolatey, and that's how I made it the first time, and everybody gobbled it up, so I guess that's how I'm making it this time too. But like I said, I think 2 chocolates would be just as good. So I just took a little break away from the kitchen here to come down and see what Warren had going on. Last night we got 3/4 of an inch of rain, so the drain tile was definitely doing its job. You said you know it's working.
Tile's working. Thank God we put it in yesterday because we would have never got it in today with the rain. So yeah, right now I'm just, as you can see, we got the tile buried and there's a furrow on each side. I just want to have the bed with a final grade and pick any big rocks that show up and just get it ready for planting. I have to go through the irrigation lines and make sure that they're all clean and ready to go, and we're going to start disking in the vines tomorrow.
This is the drag that he was talking about. He'll hook this up behind the, you said the Kubota? Oh, he's got his, you said you're going to put this behind the Kubota with the dualies? Yeah, so he'll put this behind and then he'll just drive back and forth, and that will kind of drag and just smooth out everything. That is what he's going to be working on later once he gets all of these runs. So this is one that he has completed. So where the furrow was, he's just moving all the sand back into place. And then when he does the drag, then that will smooth this out even further. You know what I have in here? 2 M&M ice cream sandwiches, and I got out of the house without anybody knowing that. I don't even think they know that I bought those at the grocery store yet. So, all right, we're gonna zip down again and catch up with Warren and take him a little ice cream treat. You jumped off that tractor awfully quick.
What's that?
You jumped off the tractor awfully quick when you saw me.
I thought I saw
You thought you saw a treat?
Yeah.
A thermos.
Why'd you bring me a treat?
I did.
You alright?
Open it up, see what I got today.
What is there, ice cream in it? Did you buy ice cream today?
I gotta put this thing in neutral so I can take my foot off the brake.
You're
Maybe I'll
fine.
keep my foot on the brake.
Do you want that open?
Maybe I'll just turn it off.
What is this? One for you, one for me.
Yeah.
Nice. M&M cookie sandwich. Sweet.
I snuck out. Nobody even knows that I'm down here.
Really? Probably don't even know you bought these.
They don't.
Sweet.
Because I got them in the freezer before anyone came to help me.
Look at that. That looks yummy.
You're welcome. Snack time is over. Well, good morning. You saw a little of the morning stuff going down, breakfast and Warren getting the vines down in the marsh and everything. But now, sorry, that is bad lighting there. But now Emily and Maria and I, we got things cleaned up. That reminds me, we have to find Joe.
I heard him.
We have to go get Joe. Oh, you're gonna move that. Of course. No, I'm not planning on backing over it. So we're gonna go and get Joe. We got breakfast stuff cleaned up. We got the crock pots going for lunch, and now we are going to head down on the marsh, do a little work. I don't think Emily's gonna do a whole lot. I mean, she's only 1, 2, 3, she's like 4 days from her due date. And so I think that this would, although maybe this will put you into labor. Yeah, wouldn't that be good, huh?
I know. Well, the reason last night, I'm like, maybe this vibration's gonna.
Oh, maybe the vibrations. Yeah, she's definitely ready. Right? You said sleeping is getting to be.
It's gonna be really hard.
Sleeping is hard.
Maria, do you want to sit on my lap?
Sure.
There you go.
Okay.
Up.
Get in.
Hey, Joe. Ouch.
Okay.
Good morning, Joe.
Nope.
Nope. Show us what you got. You went to a race last night, didn't you?
Pirate.
Yeah, that was cool. Thomas Sparta Speedway, huh? That's the souvenir guide. He actually slept with it last night.
44.
Yep, 44 is right. Okay, let's go. Who needs a sunscreen?
You didn't put any on? Can I take that?
Look at you two.
What?
Just you two.
What?
You got your fanny pack, Emily's got a pregnant belly.
You got it.
Yep.
Fanny packs for the win. So this is a big pile of cranberry vines here. Show it to you guys up close. Yeah. So Warren came down early this morning and he used the excavator to lift off piles so they would be sort of spaced out along the area where we have to plant. So he got that all done early this morning while I was making breakfast. You just basically shake. This is how we do it. If you've seen any video or if you are involved in cranberries at all, there's lots and lots of different ways to do this. Some people actually use a manure spreader with baled vines. This is how we do it.
Well, we're out here on, what is today, June 6th?
Yeah, it is June 6th.
Out here on June 6th, we were blessed.
Do you know
with
what that means?
No, what does that mean?
You don't know what that means, that it's June 6th?
June 6th? Is that your anniversary or something?
Day before my birthday, big boy.
Yes. I knew, I was testing you.
Okay, so you were saying, we're out here on June 6th.
Yeah, we got some good weather and we're playing some cranberry vines.
It's beautiful weather.
It sure is, yeah.
Beautiful.
Better than sweating out here in 80s or 90s. So
Right.
take advantage of what we can.
It's my first time ever doing this.
What are you thinking about it so far?
It's pretty easy actually. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder. But it's pretty easy. Amber's
Yeah.
bossed me around like normal though.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
She feels the need to be the
Looks like Peter's on the pitchfork duty. So he just kind of makes sure that there's a pile, right? You tell us, what are you doing?
Well, I'm working on the pitchfork right now, so when the piles get used up, I go to the bigger piles and make piles around, so like we don't gotta walk all the way down there.
Awesome, nice job, thank you.
Got nothing. We played Would You Rather.
Nice. Okay, who's done this before?
Not me.
What are you thinking so far?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
It's early.
Early.
Like AM?
Well, I mean, it's early in the day.
Well, I feel like
I mean, for a
That's
late
not
night
good.
last night, yeah, it's pretty early.
So who wants to do 5 acres next year?
yeah, he said we're coming back. So
Yeah.
I think we're all doing it.
Right.
Called job security.
Exactly.
We're all hired again.
So as they shake the vines out into a nice even layer, then Warren he comes behind with the disc and he discs them in 2 directions. So what's the good word today? You got nothing?
What? What do you want a good word? Like, it's work.
It's work.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just working. You got me at a bad time. I'm in the zone.
Sam's in his zone, he says. So as a cranberry vine gets pushed in with the disc, it kind of gets, whoops, there we go. Okay, so as a cranberry vine gets pushed in, it gets bent like that, and in this little bent spot right here that's in the sand, it starts to root. And that's what we're going for. We're going for roots, and then eventually, once the plant is strong enough, it'll start to shoot runners. And those runners then are what eventually fill in the whole area, and the runners then produce more runners, and they produce uprights, and then that is what gives us the vine density for actually being able to support a cranberry crop. So what do you think of this, Cody?
Pretty fun.
Fun! Wow! We like to hear that. Is this the first time you've ever done this?
No, this is like the second or third time.
Was it here that you did it before?
Yeah.
Okay, like 3 years ago?
Yeah, around 3 years ago.
Okay.
I can't believe it's that long.
I know. That bed's already producing a crop. You gonna come back next year and plant 5 acres?
I'll help you.
Okay,
I'm not
awesome.
saying I'll do the whole 5 acres.
Not by yourself, right?
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
How you doing, Jen?
I'm doing great. I have to say, I love that shirt.
Do you?
I don't know if the camera can, if the sun is getting at the right angle,
Raised
but
in a barn?
raised in a barn. I love it.
Yeah.
It's the truth, right?
Pretty fitting, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of this, Afton?
Well, I didn't think it would be this dirty.
Okay. Yeah.
First time, never done it before.
Okay, so here are the lines that the disc makes. And so it's just pushing the vines into there, and Warren will come back through and make perpendicular lines as well. And then, yeah, and then we just water and take care of these and hope that they, I guess you just hope they grow. I mean, so far it's always worked. Okay, other than Warren disking in, I mean, and then he's going to have to dig in that tile down there and connect it with the other tile, but other than that, everything is done. This went way better than maybe we anticipated. Maybe not better, it just was a lot faster. That's good.
Everybody ready?
Good. I am back up at the house right now and just going to get going on putting together the peanut butter. Sorry, there's something there. I don't know, putting together the peanut butter dessert here. But this was really interesting because I was like, wow, this went so well. We thought it would go until noon. It's right now 10:38 and I'm already back up at the house. People are powwowing out there around Nick's new boat, and Emily pointed out, she said, you know, Mom, it's probably going better because we always like get our friends, but when we were planting and my oldest was 12, like Emily was 12, all of their friends were around 11, 12, 13 years old. And so we were planting with a much younger crew. Now I have kids who are 22 and 21 and 18, and so their friends are those ages. So it went so well. I am just so pleased. So if any of you kids that help plant are watching, thank you so much. We appreciate it more than you can imagine. Okay, I see my battery is flashing at me, so here's what I've got going. This is the peanut butter mixture with the graham crackers. I could eat this with a spoon. This is, well, see, there's a spoon in here. No, I was spreading it. It's so good, though. This is the chocolate and vanilla pudding mixture, and I'm just going to layer it up in here. I have 2 things of Cool Whip, and I'm just going to layer it until this is full. I think, well, of course I'll use all of that. I don't know how much Cool Whip I'm going to use, just until the bowl is full. So that's what we got going down here.